y'all ain't gonna pledge loan question me to death. So I'm gonna make this video. This is for everybody that's wondering about the benefits of a pledge loan. Sometimes they're called shared secure loans or investment collateral loans. They have different names depending on the institution. The most popular one, of course, is Navy Federal. And when you're signing up for your pledge loan, you wanna go for the high, okay? I really get upset when people go and get a $500 pledge loan or like $1,000 pledge loan. Like, I would say do at least $4,000 or higher. So if you're like, where I'm gonna get the money from? Okay, listen, I'm not instructing y'all to do nothing crazy, but 9 times out of 10, you have your rent money prior to when rent is due, right? So you can take, well, I live in California. Rent is high here. So you got your $4,000 that you're gonna use to pay your rent and your utilities. So before you make that payment, go ahead and sign up for your pledge loan, okay? Once you sign up for the pledge loan, the money, you're gonna pay it all down with your own money, and you're gonna leave about maybe 10%, okay? The 10% that's left, you're gonna pay over that over time, but you're gonna get the money right back. So then you can go ahead and you can go pay your rent and your utilities and everything like that. So if you're wondering where you can get the money from to pay for the pledge loan, that's where you can get it. That's what you can do. So before you spend your work check, like, use that. Hopefully it's at least $4,000 so that you can benefit from having at least a high limit account on there. Now, what's gonna happen? So we're gonna just stick with that $4,000 number for now. So you're gonna see this $4,000, you're gonna pull the money from your savings account. You're gonna start a pledge loan. You're gonna see the pledge loan report on your online banking from Navy Fed or whatever other bank institution you decide to use, whatever credit union. Once it reports, you're gonna pay it down. You're paying it back off with your own money, okay? So remember, this is a collateral. Once you pay it, the money is gonna go right back into your savings account. So now you have access to go do whatever you was gonna do with that money, and it's not being held up like your traditional secure cards, right? Okay, boom. The good thing is, remember, you gotta leave 10%. So the 10% that you leave, you're gonna make monthly payments on that. So when they ask you like what payment term you want to select, you're gonna choose a payment term that is at least like 40 months to like 52, 56 months out, okay? So that way you can pay on it over time, and it's gonna report on your credit report, and it's gonna show that you have paid all of these months of payments on time for this pledge loan. Okay, so now when the banks look at your credit profile, they're gonna see that you have a $4,000 pretty much close to being paid off loan on your credit profile. So now the bank is like, oh, okay, not only does this person have money because you paid it off and you never missed a payment, but you have excellent payment history because you never missed a payment. And they're like, okay, you got an installment account. You've taken care of this high limit installment account, so they're gonna have no reason lending you more money. Okay, so keep following me. You can do this with not only Navy Federal, but you can do this with a ton of other credit unions. The only thing you want to do is you want to make sure that when you invest in these collateral type loans, that you get your money right back. All that is a phone call. Okay, so you're going to make a phone call to the credit union. Hey, I'm looking to do a shared savings loan or a pledge loan. Do you guys offer that? They're going to say yes. So when I sign up and I pay it off, does my money come right back to me? They're going to say yes. Then you're going to go ahead and sign up. And then that's that. When this reports to your account, how about if you turn it right around and do it again? Now you have multiple close to being paid off loans on your credit profile, positioning you for high limit credit cards. Okay, so my company is 100K the easy way. It is going to be very, very hard for you to reach 100K if you're keeping on getting those $500 cards. So you want to go for the high limits. How do you get high limit cards? You have to have high limit values already on your credit profile. The banks are going to trust you with what somebody else has already trusted you with. Okay, so that second pledge loan, you should go up a notch. So if you did $4,000 the first time, maybe do $4,900 on the second one, or maybe do $5,200 on the second one. And then how about if you do 2 with Navy Fed, and then you go over to First Tech, and then you do some with First Tech, okay? Or what if you go to DCU and do one over there as well? Now you have 4 partially paid off, close to fully paid off installment loans that has good payment history and high high limits, okay? And these are primaries. So this is not your trade line, because the banks are able to see if it's a trade line or if it's a primary, because hey, it's 2026 damn near, and banks know what a trade line looks like. They know whether it's yours or if you're just piggybacking off of somebody else's credit. Not saying that authorized user trade lines are not good. I'm just saying that it looks better when the account is yours. And this is a really, really good opportunity, and it has a really good benefit to your credit profile, and you don't really lose a lot of money. At the end of the day, if you do a $5,000 loan and you leave $100 on there and you put this payment term out, just say 48 months, your payments are gonna look like they're probably about $5 a month. And you definitely can afford that. And how about every time you pay that $5 every month, that money is gonna go right back into your savings. So there never was a loss here, okay? Just a strict gain, and a lot of promising improvement to your credit profile. So again, the pledge loans are so super dope. I am just gonna name off a few of my lists that I really, really like. Like I said, right off the bat, everybody knows about the Navy Federal. Then you have DCU, that is Digital Credit Union. You also have First Tech. First Tech and DCU just partnered not too long ago, so you have that. Then we have State Farm Federal Credit Union. You have the Corporate America Family Credit Union. And then there's another one that I really, really like on here. It is, Regions Bank offers them as well. And then you have Tower Federal Credit Union also. So the other good thing that you can do is you can go on to ibanknet.com. That's ibanknet.com. You can look up credit unions in your area and you can call them and see if they offer these type of loans. Pledge loans, collateral loans, savings loans, shared secured loans. And if they do, go ahead. The other good thing about this is, imagine this, when you put this money into these accounts and you start these pledge loans, the credit unions that you're doing this with, you are also establishing a really good history with them. So when it's time to apply for funding, this is who you're gonna go with, because they already been doing business with you. They already know that you know how to pay your bills. They're not gonna have any problem giving you any credit cards. And they're not gonna be $500 credit cards. They're gonna be cards with a nice limit that you can actually do some sound investing with, okay? Because that's what we're after at the end of the day. So do what you will with this information and go get you some pledge loans and get your profile popping so that you can get some of this bank money, because they're giving it up. All you gotta do is qualify.